Okay, so here's the deal. Today I'm going to try two kinds of bologna. One is real, I guess, traditional bologna. The other is phony bologna. I love that term, phony bologna. But this is vegetarian bologna, so it technically, I guess, is not really bologna. But they say it's veggie bologna, plant-based. So I read this article about the best and worst bologna you can buy in the supermarket, and they claim that the veggie bologna is far superior for you, but how does it taste? We will compare the real stuff to the veggie stuff and just see which one I prefer and which one I would recommend you try. Okay, and I'm also going to try to do a blind taste test of this and just see if I can tell the difference. So why don't we start with that? Okay, so I've got my little discs to put this on. Looks like I can open the real stuff with the corner here and do one of those peel backs. I'm hoping that's how this pack works. And then the veggie pack is not so nicely packed. I'm going to end up having to open the whole thing. Yeah, there's no, or maybe, yeah. Oh, good. I think there is. Yeah, or not. Oh, come on, veggie bologna. Yeah, I don't want to really cut it all up. I just don't see how you get into this stuff. Okay, so let's just take a little bit of both. Try to do it the same shape. Okay, so I'm going to spin it on this wheel so I don't know which is which when I go to taste it. Okay, the wheel has stopped and I will reach down, try to find it. Okay, I'm touching one of them. Okay, and I won't look at the texture or anything, and I'll taste. That had to be the veggie. Yeah, it was. Okay, let's try the regular. Yeah, for texture and taste actually is not bad on the phony bologna, but the texture you can tell right away. It's got kind of a gritty or grainy texture. It's not horrible, but it really is nothing like the real stuff. You can tell a mile away. Yeah, the real stuff is kind of slimy. Yeah, much better flavor. I haven't had bologna for 100 years. So when it boils right down to it, the flavor of each has its pros and cons. This one has a obviously healthier tasting texture or feeling texture. This one feels slimy and it does taste like meat byproducts. But the bottom line is, this one is promoting it's a source of protein. This one is not. Yet this one, per serving size, the protein level is 6 grams for 2 slices. This for 4 slices, which is about the same weight as 2 of these, is a whopping 14. So these are by far have way more protein. So more likely to keep you full. Okay, and then for sodium, these ones have 400 milligrams or 17% of your daily intake. And these ones have 500 milligrams or 22%. So these are a little better for you as far as sodium goes, but really everything else, calories, 150 for 2 slices. These are 80 calories for 4 slices. There's no comparison. And then the really gross part is when you read the ingredients of these especially. So we're seeing pork, chicken, water. Sodium, garlic powder. Okay, so yeah, it actually isn't that many ingredients, but it's the pork and the chicken. It's like, what part of the chicken and the pig does this come from? Whereas the ingredients on this are water, soy, protein, isolate, blah, 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 blah. So all fairly healthy ingredients. Okay, but let's give it a real test and put it into a sandwich. So I went to buy buns at my local grocer, Save On, and all they had in whole wheat were these Kaiser buns that they just call soft Kaisers. They don't call them jumbo. Look at the size of this thing. I think whoever baked these is probably losing their job now. It's like double the size of a regular bun, and the whole package is full of them like this. I'm only going to use one bun for this. Okay, so we'll cut this in half and make 2 sandwiches. Maybe that's why. Look at the hole in there. Wow, these are incredibly fresh. Okay, let's go with two slices on 1 bun. I really don't want to do 4 slices of this. It's a little too much. Actually, I think 2 is plenty. You can really see the color difference in the 2. We will add some French's mustard. Okay, let's taste the vegetarian bologna sandwich. Okay, with mustard, it's actually pretty good. Now let's try the real bologna. This is definitely more the taste of my childhood. Is it me, or does bologna taste just like raw hot dogs? Okay, let's two-fist it. Okay, so they both have their pluses and their minuses. The vegetarian one is much drier, but that could be because it doesn't have all the animal fat of this one, of the real one. Speaking of animal fat, I used to work with this European woman. I'm not saying she had animal fat, but she told me that bologna was just garbage and that I should be eating mortadella. And that's what Europeans eat instead of bologna, according to her. And I don't know why she would lie. So I did find some eventually, because it wasn't that common in Canada at the time. But I found some and I tried it, and it was just, in my opinion, disgusting because it has these big white chunks of fat in it. It wasn't disgusting, but it just was not something I would normally eat. Like, I wouldn't stick lard in my mouth, and that's sort of what that was like. Okay, let's keep eating. They actually sort of complement each other if you eat them together like this. So that may be how I eat the rest of these two packages, do a combo. And I should mention too, I got the vegetarian stuff for $2. There was a $2 sticker on the package, and it's regular about 5 something. And the regular bologna I paid $4 for. The regular bologna is a 175 gram package, and the vegetarian is 155. Okay, so that's it. That's the deal with vegetarian bologna versus real. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would give both a 5. It's not something I'm probably going to buy again for another 10 years or more, because yeah, it turns out I'm not a huge fan of either, but yeah, they have their merits. And if you really need a bologna fix, then and you want to keep it healthy, try these. If you want to taste memories of your childhood, I would say try these, unless your parents were vegetarian and they gave you these. Okay, so that's it. That's the deal with bologna versus phony bologna. Thanks for watching. Bye.